live? Wait, mine's taking a while. Oh, now it's good. Okay. Okay. It's always that like awkward like moment when you like hit live because it's not like you just
Yeah.
hit live and then like boom, you're live. Like, what do? Do you like wait a few seconds? Do you just
I probably start talking like before everyone else can see. Like yeah, I'm pretty bad about that, but yeah, it is a little weird, isn't it?
yeah, so it's always like in those first few seconds, I'm like, I don't know if I should just be like, yeah, but anyway, we're here now. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining. I'm Drew, and I am joined by my friend Ken. Ken, it's been a bit. It's been a
It's
bit.
it's been a while. It's been a while. A lot has happened, I think, since we've talked on live.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know if we have we talked since the end of the Cobra Kai series?
I don't think so, which we definitely should like talk, so for those here, I'm sure we have Cobra Kai fans. We should definitely chat a little bit about the finale because I don't think you and I even talked about it like off live, right? Did we? Wait,
Maybe briefly, but I don't know if we did. Well, we were both at the kind of the premiere
I
in
know.
LA.
Yes, I and we didn't see each other.
We were separated. It was very coordinated, and we had different areas. And
Yeah,
so yes, we didn't see each other. I think we were going to talk then,
I
but
know. I
we
was
may
so
not have.
upset.
Yeah, we may
There's
not have talked after that.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So,
well, first off, I want to send my condolences about Mr. Terry Silver. I I
you
I
know,
I know
mm,
that must have been a tough scene for you. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
no, no, that's I thank you. First of all, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I have to be honest with you and everyone that you know how they have the different stages of grief, and there's that stage called denial. I'm still there.
You're
Like
still, 1 year
I'm still
later,
there.
you're still in denial.
I've gone through that scene like about 100 times, kind of like analyzing it and looking for ways that both Kreese and Terry Silver could have survived, and Dennis de Guzman. And so deep down, I want to try and open the possibility that they could still be alive. But
Ooh.
thank you. I know that the rest of the sane world um, thinks of them as deceased, and if that's the case, then rest in peace. How do you feel? Because I mean, I know Kreese was such a huge character for you.
I love Grease. I know. I mean, I thought the way they sent them out was awesome, but at the same time, like selfishly, I wanted Kreese and Johnny to, be friends and Daniel and Kreese. I don't know. I wanted happy
Right.
endings for all, but I think if there was any way for them to do it, I feel like that was the way. And I know you've been super busy, but you didn't make a video or anything on like your Terry Silver being alive there, or did you?
I haven't made a video. I've done I think one or two live streams where I I did provide the video and went like frame by frame or something like that, but I haven't done like an official video on it yet.
Dude,
Um,
if you do like, like your Terry Silver Rocks video, like, like with those edits, if you did something
right.
like that for Terry Silver still alive, like I'm thinking about that and that hypes me up. I know it's a lot of work though, and I know you're super busy, but maybe one day that would be like just sick. Like I could just see that like sometime, like, if you made that, it'd be pretty cool.
That could be a lot of fun. We
What do you
we
say,
might have to
chat?
do that.
Does the chat want that? Does the chat want Ken to make a He's like, Drew, you're putting a lot more work on me. I know you're busy. I know you're busy. But we got a lot of people here. What's up, guys? We have Sarah Lawson. How are you doing, Sarah? Elena, Production Rex, Dat
There you
Boys,
go. Yes.
Terry Silver's still alive. Quicksilver. Hey, we have silver all around everywhere. Icy Nate. What's up, Icy Nate? Do you plan to discuss and react to cartoon shows and animated films? Yeah, for sure. I there's a new one coming out actually in February, which I'm really excited for. Did you hear about Goat?
Oh, yes. The movie.
Yeah, the Steph
Yes.
Curry produced movie. It's GOAT stands for, like, when you call someone GOAT, it's like greatest of all time. So
Mhm.
it's like this actual GOAT playing basketball, and he's kind of like the underdog. Like, I think it's I don't know the exact story, but I think it's similar. Steph Curry's producing, and I think it's similar to his story because he was an underdog like before coming into the league. A smaller guy. Like a lot of people thought he wouldn't make it, and then I mean, look at him now. So that's one
Yeah.
I'm excited to see. Do you have any animated or cartoon shows that you're watching or plan on
Well,
watching?
okay. So I did recently get I'm of the era of like Ghostbusters and everything like that. So I got the DVDs of the real Ghostbusters series. So that's kind of classic.
Mm,
Of course, there's the movie version of Masters of the Universe, and I was really into He-Man growing up. So now they're doing the film version, which they just released a trailer for that. So I don't know if that counts.
mhm.
But let's see. I don't know. I just saw Zootopia 2 as an animated film, but I haven't been following animated series as much.
Yeah. How was Zootopia 2?
It was good. Yeah, it was good. I thought it was good. It's like, it's like one of those like if I were 7 and saw that, I would love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I think there's a lot that even if you're well over 7, you can enjoy it. So
Yeah, yeah. No, that's cool. I heard it did, like, phenomenal, which is crazy.
yes,
Yeah.
more than Avatar 3. Mhm.
Jeez, wow. And like, for a sequel too to yeah, Zootopia. I didn't know Zootopia was this big thing, but
Right. I didn't either.
yeah.
But everyone loves it. So
Zootopia's taking over. Matt, what's up, Matt? Great to see you two back together. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, Sarah says there are people still stuck in the bargaining stage. The bargaining stage? Is
of
it
grief
wait,
about Terry Silver.
what are the stages of grief and where does denial go on? Are you searching up yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Because I'm curious,
I'm
is
looking at
denial this like are we still early on in the list?
denial is the first stage.
So you're still in the first stage of grief. You're still in the first, so you're telling me from February 13th, wait, yeah, February 13th to now, it's all been denial.
Oh yeah. I mean, this I can tell you right now, this stage is gonna last at least 5 years, maybe. And we'll see. Oh
Oh my
man.
god. Did you know when you said that it was the first stage?
I no, I wasn't I couldn't remember which stage it was. At first I'll tell you, I'll be totally honest.
Yeah,
When I saw it happen on the episode, I was like, my mouth was open.
me too.
Like my mouth dropped. And my wife was next to me and she just turned to me and put her hand on my hand and said, I am so sorry. and, and I was like, oh, And then I was like, I did have an anger stage. So maybe I'm at the bargaining. Maybe I'm at bargaining.
What was the
Like,
anger
okay,
stage like?
the anger stage was like, no, 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 he can't be dead. He's like,
Yeah.
they I can't, it's just kind of raging for a day or two. And then so bargaining, I have a description. It's sometimes you try to strike a deal with the universe. You might make promises or hope for a miracle to reverse what happened. It's a way of seeking control in the face of loss. Maybe I'm there, but I think I might be winning the bargain,
Yeah.
maybe we'll put the video together.
Mm. Well, I'll say this. I could see a situation where and I think they do this like a recent example. Do you watch Stranger Things, by the way?
Mhm.
You do? Okay.
Mhm.
So I feel like with a lot of like TV shows and movies, like maybe not a lot, or at least the ones that I've been seeing nowadays, what they do is they leave the deaths ambiguous
Yeah.
just in case. So like,
Yep.
you know, 1,000,000%. And they even the Cobra Kai creators even said this, the death of Silver and Kreese, they didn't show bodies. They
Right.
specifically said that, and the reason why is because like, you know, for their story, they're gonna like right now, it's like they're dead, like that's the story. But like, let's just say like I don't know, Thomas Ian Griffith like was like, guys, I have this really great idea. I want to come back. I want to do a spin-off of me following the events of Cobra Kai where I'm in like I don't know, somewhere else doing my own thing. You know, the guys might be like, you know what, that's a great idea. And we never showed your body. So I guess we could
Right.
do that, you know?
Right.
And I think it's especially clear with Stranger Things because the reason why Elle is alive, like there's no doubt she's alive. And
Oh, okay. So you're taking a strong position.
yes, well, you know,
Okay.
I okay, so I thought she was dead, and I still okay, well, let me explain. I still think she technically she died and she shouldn't be alive, whatever. But the reason why I'm saying she's 100% alive is because in 10, 20 years, when Millie Bobby Brown, you know, is going to make a return as Elle, like, you know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
no way she's 20 years old. There's no way that they don't capitalize on that. And like, so that's why I'm saying she's alive, not because of the story, not because this person saved her, but because they want to use her for a thing. But I think with Cobra Kai, what Cobra Kai did better was they didn't leave Kreese and Silver's death ambiguous. You know, it's like they died, or if you say that they didn't die, you know, they could explain around it, but it's not like if they did die, it's like okay, well, we did see that. You know, maybe.
Right. Right.
What do you think?
No, I hear you. I think it was definitely a very stunning moment. Very impactful. I think you're right. It didn't seem ambiguous, but you're also right. There's that rule. If you haven't seen the bodies, there you can't say that they're definitively dead. Of course, we all know about that scene, the deleted scene
Yeah,
of Kreese reaching for the magazine. And so if they did shoot that, to me, if they shot that, then there's definitely the possibility that they're alive. And if Kreese could get off, so could Terry. And
100.
they're both like special forces. And sorry, this is bargaining still. If you look, like there's an overhead explosion, right?
Yeah.
And then the next shot is like the boat and the smoke is going up. And this is before the big explosion. It looks like there's time between those two shots,
Mm.
right? So the dark smoke wasn't in the first shot, and it looks like it'd been sitting there for a while. Then it blew. So I think you can make the case that there might be a time jump in there where they could have gotten out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think if they want to make a Terry Silver series, I think they'll just say that.
Yeah, they
You know,
should. Yes.
it will literally depend on what they do. If they decide to bring back Marty or Thomas, here's how they survived. If they never bring them back, no, they've been dead. So
Look, Drew, the other Drew Rohali is yep, he's alive. There we go.
he's in the chat, Drew.
Yeah.
What's up, Drew? Yeah, we got okay, wait.
How you doing, Drew?
Let's catch up on the comments. Dad Boy says they're live, don't worry. So I guess we don't have to worry anymore.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. No stages of grief necessary.
Yes. NASA Canes fan, what's up? I have that hat too. It's a cool hat. So Dexter survived? Who's is this?
Oh, the series Dexter, which I have not seen. I have not followed that series.
I have not either, but now we know he survives. Or I guess
Well,
oh.
So, okay, and here's my question for Matt. Is it that I haven't seen Dexter, but is it that like I know he's had multiple series for that character? Did he die at the end of a series and then they made another series where he was alive? Is that what happened? Because that's exactly what Drew just said. If Terry Silver comes back, maybe he could have his own series.
Very possible. Yeah, well, I guess there's no point of watching Dexter now. I'm kidding. Okay. Sam saying they could have gone off the ship. That's yeah. We didn't see the bodies.
Yep.
Sarah, at least oh yeah, Johnny and Kreese had their final makeup. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Okay. Carmelo, what's up, Carmelo? Okay. NASA. Crease made it
Yeah.
out. Terry Silver had a safety measure. I'm sure he's alive and kicking.
He
Alive and
he's
kicking. Ooh.
prepared for every contingency.
I'm not gonna put any Dexter spoilers here.
Okay.
Ken, I think this is a super chat on your channel if you wanna.
Oh, hey, John, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for supporting the chat. And yes, by the power of Grayskull, it's happening. It's coming back.
What is that?
That is the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Mm,
So,
okay.
have you seen the trailer for that, Drew?
I have not. I have not even. I've been hearing about that recently. What is? I don't even know what it is. What is it?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So so if you're if you grew up in the 80s, a phenomenon was He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Mhm.
And they were actually, and I'm sorry. So
No,
this
you're good.
is okay. So it started off as a toy line, and
There
here's
you
an
go.
example. I am so sorry,
You knew we
everyone.
were
I'm
gonna be
just such
talking
a
about
nerd.
it.
This is Masters of the Universe and Transformers. Okay, so this is like a combination of the two franchises. This
Mm.
is Optimus Prime Armor He-Man. So it's kind of like this fantasy series that started off as toys, but it became a cartoon series. And then it exploded and it was a lot of fun. I loved it. And then in 87, they made Masters of the Universe as a live action movie with Dolph Lundgren as He-Man, that's since become a cult classic. And they've come back with He-Man a few times. There's a modern He-Man animated series on Netflix with Mark Hamill playing Skeletor.
Mm.
So they're making a new live action movie. This is the first time since 87 that they're doing it. And it looks like it's going to be really faithful to the original cartoon. So that's interesting. And Drew, it would be very interesting to get your thoughts on it because you're brand new to it. I don't to see what you would even think of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been hearing about it recently, but I haven't seen a trailer. I literally know nothing about it, so I definitely will check it out. When did you say it's coming?
Oh
When's it releasing?
gee, when is it coming? Is it this summer?
This summer.
2026 film. June 5th.
June 5th. Nice. Okay.
Coming soon.
Exciting. Okay, I'll check out the trailer. I'll let you know what I think.
Okay, for sure.
Bryce Productions, what's up? Art Bell all the way from Scotland. Nice. Nice. Okay.
Art Bell, I love it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming all this way. Ben says, Ken.
How you doing, Ben? Great to see you.
Ben and Ken, it rhymes.
It's got a great ring to it.
Super chat from NASA Canes again.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's going to be a cutscene, an extra, and several extras with John, Josh, and Hayden on the Blu-ray. Oh yes,
That's right.
There's a DVD coming out. There's a DVD
Yes.
coming out. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
So they might have that scene, the scene.
They might. There's also a scene with Susan Gallagher, Homeless Lynn.
Oh,
They
nice.
cut out. I really hope they put it on there. Yeah.
Do you know what happens?
Yeah, she was okay. At the dojo, I wish they kept it, man. And you tell me your thoughts. So, she was supposed to come in at the beginning of episode 14, when Johnny and Daniel go to the Cobra Kai dojo again, like the old dojo. I remember they bow to each other,
Mm-hmm.
and then like the Cobra Kai logo shows up. So like instead of the scene ending there, originally what was going to happen was like Lynn was going to come out or something, and it turns out she's been living in the dojo.
Oh,
And
that's
she's like,
awesome.
yeah, I thought that would have been
Yeah.
like a fun scene. And I think like, probably the reason why it was taken out was either, runtime, or maybe they didn't want to like take away from the scene. But honestly, I feel like it wouldn't have, even though it's a comedic moment, like I don't think it would have taken away from the scene. I think it would have given us we would have gotten our nice Daniel and Johnny moment. Boom. But then, yeah, we have this little comedy that like adds to it. You know, it's like Cobra Kai flavor, but it's not like Lynn showing up would have like been like, oh my God, this ruins the scene of Daniel giving Johnny the dojo. I think it just would have been like an extra little charm. Like, of course she's living there. And it's like, you know,
Right.
kind of explains
Right.
like why it's a mess and all that, you know?
Well, I hope we get the full scene in the Blu-ray. I'm very looking forward to that, having that entire series.
Yes, me too. Me too. Um, Anakin Crespin says, yo, I can't stay, but I know your channel will be lit in 2026. Well, thank you very much. Ken, what is I don't know if you want to chat about like YouTube stuff for 2026 and like or just YouTube or just life stuff. I mean, I know you're working on some stuff, but what can
Yeah.
you share about your 2026 and what you got coming for the people who want to stay tuned?
Okay. Yes. And so I'm kind of in an awkward state where I'm trying to live stream as much as possible. But I am finishing up a feature film in terms of like it's done. I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's pretty exciting. It has nothing to do with the Miyagi verse and Cobra Kai. Totally different, but we are using some talent from Cobra Kai, that amazing talent, including the musical team. Zach and Leo are scoring the movie. Andres is music editor. We've got Michelle Johnson as music supervisor. So if you enjoyed all that music, and I know millions love it and follow it, I think you're going to be blown away with their work on this project. It's going to be great. Nothing to announce on it yet, but hopefully we're getting to a point where we will be able to make announcements. So I'm working on shepherding that to release. So I'm not as able to do live streams as I normally would. However, that doesn't mean I don't want to be here. I love this so much, talking with all of you. And like, I would love to make that Terry Silver video. So I'm going to try to make that happen.
No pressure on that. I totally understand. I know it's a lot of work, YouTube, and especially when you're doing other stuff too, you know.
It is. But yeah, hopefully I've been talking with William Christopher Ford, maybe about doing something. So I hope I can do something pretty soon. I see Dave's Rock On in the comment. How you doing, Dave? Dave also is an amazing filmmaker and is part of this feature film as well.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Yes.
Can you pull up the comments too, or is it just me?
I can see him.
But you can't pull them up?
Oh, I haven't tried. No, I can't click on him.
Ha ha. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
No, just tell me, yeah, just like you did, just tell me if there's a comment. I'll just pull it up.
Absolutely. Well, Drew, what about you? Okay,
Yeah.
because your channel has really
Welcome.
gone through, like, you're expanding to new topics. I just saw your live stream on Wicked, where you're talking about Wicked and you're exploring all these new things. And so tell me about your plans in 2026.
Yeah, man. Thank you for asking. And also welcome. You are the first guest on a live stream for Flip the Script. So thank you so much for being here for this. I'm honored.
I'm the honor is all mine, Drew. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's exciting. You know, I mean, you know, we've been talking about, well, we did the movie crew on DrewTube,
Yes.
Drew Reviews, which, if you guys don't know, I had a different channel where I was just talking about all movies and TV, and Ken and we were doing a podcast, which, brilliant name, the movie crew, which, like, you know, such a great name. And by the way, the movie crew spelled Krew, like Drew, Ken, crew.
It's genius.
Genius.
Yes.
But that was a lot of fun. And I definitely, like, you know, even if we don't do that, like, even if we just do random episodes here and there, it would definitely be fun to just title it The Movie Crew Talks About, you know, we're still the movie crew. We're still the movie crew.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I was doing stuff on there. and then I, had Cobra Kai Kid, and I have a music account, and then I have a mindfulness channel, and you know, it was a lot. It was definitely a lot, and I'm like, you know, um, with Cobra Kai Kid, because the show came to an end, it's like, well, now, like, what do we do? Like, what do we talk about? Like, I know there's still gonna be stuff with, the Kai Hards documentary, and like, and yeah, like I still know, like, I'm still gonna be connected to this universe, with through whether there's spin-offs or another project someone's working on. But I also have so many different interests that I didn't want to be limited to just Cobra Kai. And I also felt like it was too much to have multiple channels. Plus, I had already built like so much on this channel, and I'd done so much work on here that it kind of felt like it'd be like, I don't know, like, why not just do it on here, the channel that like I've built up. So I wanted to do something different, but also not like completely like stray away from like what the channel is, and like who I am, So that's why I came up with the name Flip the Script, which, if you're a Cobra Kai fan, it still ties in. So I have that, and like, still talking about Cobra Kai, whenever we have the chance, of course. I'm actually working on a few videos from the creation entertainment conventions that I went to for Cobra Kai
Okay, yeah.
Con. Yeah, so like Cobra Kai's still here, but this way it just allows me to do other stuff. As you said, talked about Wicked, Stranger Things. I did a School Spirits trailer reaction, and there are other projects too that I want to cover. Right now I'm figuring out what's best for me, because the thing is, like, there's so many projects out there, and there's a lot of really popular properties that it's like, oh, you should cover this one because it's really popular. But then it's like, oh, but I've never watched any of that. Like Masters of the Universe, I've never seen it, So it's
Yeah.
like, do I want to cover something, even if it's big, that I don't know that well, or do I want to just stick with things that I'm more comfortable talking about? I'm kind of trying to find that balance, like, where I'm not just covering things just because it's super well known. I want to have
Mhm.
some interest in it too. Um, because then, I would just be covering everything, and that's not really who I am too. I'm not like one of these movie review people who watch every single thing and know every actor and everything.
Mhm.
And I don't want to like pretend like I know that. And I won't pretend like I know that, but also just finding the balance of like what I want to cover, what I don't want to cover. Um, and of course, trying new things. Like, for example, Avengers Doomsday is coming out at the end of the year.
Mhm.
And I've watched a few of the Marvel films, but not like I don't know the whole lore, and I haven't watched all the Avengers movies, but that's something I'm interested in. So I definitely, like, for myself, I am excited for Doomsday, even though, like, I don't know much about it. It looks cool. So like I'm
Mhm.
willing to like get on board with that. But yeah, there's so many projects. It's like, oh, where do you begin? Where do you go?
Oh, I hear you. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but
There's everyone's got great recommendations constantly about, like, shows and movies, and I'm like, "Oh,
mhm.
man, I gotta catch up." Man.
Yeah, speaking of, you should check out this show. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
but if you're doing the show rec, let me know.
Well,
Um,
so what are some things you're looking forward to this year as far as movies or TV?
Great question. Okay, TV shows. Um, well, you know what? There's actually a show coming out tomorrow that I watch. I don't know if you know which one I'm talking about. Do you know which one?
No.
Starring a certain someone from Cobra Kai. Her,
Oh, is it, Peyton List? Peyton
yeah,
List show?
yeah.
Yeah,
School
okay.
Spirits. Have you watched
School
it?
Spirits. I haven't seen any of the 1st season.
But
Not
you saw the
yet.
second season. I'm
No.
kidding.
I is that what's coming out, 2nd season?
Third season. Third
Oh,
season.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay. Dang.
yeah,
I'm behind.
yeah. It's it's okay.
It's a is it do you feel like it's maybe geared for a slightly different audience?
Um, yeah, yeah. It's I'll be honest, the first episode, I remember I watched like the first like 5 minutes, and like if something doesn't hook me from the first 5 minutes, I stop watching, which like I know is sometimes not fair, but it's like I also feel like you look at a show like Lost. If you're not
Mm.
engaged in the first 5 minutes of Lost, like, you know,
Right.
come on. And you know, with the crash in the island, I remember that I was like, eh. And then remember like a little later, I was like, let me stick it out a little more. So then I stuck it out and I was like, oh, you know what? I actually got hooked onto it. Um, it's good. There are certain things I'm like, it's not one of my favorite shows. So that's why am I super excited? Am I gonna watch all 3 episodes technically at 3 a.m. when they drop? Probably like the first 3 episodes when they drop at 3 a.m. No, probably not. But you know, I pretty much started watching because of Peyton, and
Yeah.
yeah, so it's okay.
That-
Yeah,
That's cool. It's just it's great to see all this talent in all these different shows beyond Cobra Kai.
yeah, no, for sure. Have you seen The Boys?
I'll admit that I haven't, just because it's one of those shows that I've always wanted to watch, but I haven't like made myself do it because I know I'd probably binge the whole thing. I know Elizabeth Shue's in it for a time.
Yeah, yeah,
Did you see The Boys?
dude. Please watch The Boys. I know. I'm so sorry. Another recommendation for you, but
Yeah.
please, I think you would love it.
Okay.
I think you would love it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Also, I just
So
made a
you love
parody
it.
on it. I love it. I made a parody on it like about a month ago that I'm gonna
Mhm.
release in April when the final season drops. So
Okay.
I'm like way ahead of it, but you know, Homelander. Have you like heard of
Yes.
Home?
Yes.
Just like bro, especially if you like with Terry Silver, you know, you're so intrigued by the villains and like why they
Yes.
Homelander is maybe even maybe he might be. Sorry. Ken's like, watch your mouth, kid.
No, no, you can say it. You can say it.
He might be more interesting. And
Wow.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Just because of like the superpowers and like he's like this like he's like viewed by everybody as this great guy, you know, like all like it's like picture like if like America okay, picture America loved Terry Silver. All of America
Yes.
they worshipped him, and you know, only like Daniel and Johnny and like those few knew he was actually a bad dude. And then picture Terry Silver had the ability to laser you with laser eyes and like you know, that's
That's
Homelander. So
That's awesome. Okay. Yes. I need to see this. I absolutely
I
need.
sold you on it.
Yes. Just like that.
Just like
Brilliant.
that.
Yes, I will watch it.
Yeah, awesome. But yeah, yeah. There's a few others. What about you? Any movies or shows you're excited for?
Well, okay, so I have to catch up on television. Um, I am interested in Avengers Doomsday.
Mhm.
Um, Dune Part 3, which I hear that Timothy Chalamet and Robert Downey Jr. were talking together at some event, and they're releasing those movies on the same day, and it's going to be called they're calling it Dunes Day.
That's
So
funny.
so that should be interesting. Um, you know, I'm looking at some movies that are coming out. Star Wars, Mandalorian, and Grogu. I gotta be honest, I'm not that interested, even though I should be. It's I don't know, man. I think we've talked about Star Wars a bit, but like, I mean, if it's good, I'll definitely check it out. But like, it just I don't know why it just doesn't look that interesting to me. Um, Toy Story 5, that should be good.
Oh, wait,
They're
oh,
they're
you're good?
they're on number 5.
What is that?
It's Toy Story 5.
the, the Toy Story 5, the real end.
Right. Or not. It might maybe they've got more in the tank after this. Who knows?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, haven't they
Supergirl,
done
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about Supergirl. I'm at the point now with superheroes that I don't know. A lot of them are kind of the same, so they kind of need to be different, I think, at least for my interest. And definitely let me know what you think of these movies if you're interested. Also Super Mario Galaxy movie, definitely going to check that out. And
Mhm.
then I'm really looking forward to Mortal Kombat 2, which will have Louis Tan,
Oh,
Sensei
nice.
Wolf in it. Yes.
Oh, very cool. Very
What
cool.
about you, Drew?
Like movies and TV shows, like what I'm so excited for Michael. The
Oh,
Michael
yeah,
Jackson movie.
you're right. That looks great.
That's my most anticipated movie of the year.
It
It's
it it the way they're presenting it, like, I could see it nominated for Best Picture, like, already. You know what I mean?
I have, like, such high hopes for that movie. Just like I just love Michael Jackson's movie or sorry, Michael Jackson's music. I don't know
Mhm.
too much about him and, like, his story. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see, like, well, that's why they do it, because a lot of people don't really know. So it's like, you learn about it and, like, just that trailer. My favorite part at the trailer, he's like, can you turn down the lights, please?" And then that
Right.
was actually a spot on. And then the guy's like, "Yeah, but remember, in here, keep those feet on the ground," because he's always like
Mm.
tapping his feet and dance. I just thought that was like it just says a lot about who Michael is. Like, how he's just always dancing and moving. And I don't know. That was a cool, like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally forgot about that movie, and I think you're totally right. I think it looks like it's gonna be fantastic.
hmm I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yes.
Quicksilver, thank you so much for the soup chat. I really appreciate you. Drew and Ken, with your viewing of Cobra Kai, Stranger Things, and other movies, I love this question. Thank you so much for this. Have you ever dreamed that you were in any of those shows or movies?
Well, Drew, you may have already, you might have done that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So,
Yep.
yeah, I was in Cobra Kai. You were on set
Yes.
too,
I
which,
was on set.
if I guess if like you were at, um, it was different because the set you were on, there was no spectators. Which, if there were spectators, you probably could have easily just like been in the crowd, like.
Right, right, right.
But you were still there if you were in it.
It they did have, yeah, so the way they did it was they had extras, like, you could be an extra, but, like, if you were an extra, you kinda had to do, and you tell me if this was kind of your experience. It's sort of like you had your assignment for the day, and you kinda had to stay there and just do it.
Mhm.
And so, like, I wouldn't have been able to go around and kind of document what was going on, which I thought was really cool. Like, I thought, if given the choice, like, on that day, I'm so glad I got to see just their process and how they made the show and the filmmaking and how all the actors, worked together and like what a day was like on production. So yeah. Yeah, that was kind of awesome though. Like, I don't know if we talked about that, Drew, kind of like your experience like on set and what that was like.
Yeah. I made like a 2-hour video that like I recorded like right after, like, or like a week after I got home, like talking about the whole thing. It was crazy. I mean, like, literally like a dream. I've dreamt
Yeah.
of being on the show. And not only like, was I in the audience, but I got to run up on stage and like cheer for Johnny. Oh, I always tell everybody this. It was the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. The easiest thing. There was no acting. Who
Right.
what's acting? Ken. I literally was there chanting Cobra Kai, you know? I'm not there, and also I'm saying like, "Let's go Johnny, let's go Miguel," as I'm watching them fight, which is what I would be doing anyways. If I'm
Yes.
watching the TV, I'm like, "Cobra Kai, Cobra." So it's like I was literally there. It wasn't like I was at a restaurant or something and I had to like, I'm just minding my own bit. No, I was like, and I remember there were like there was like a time where like Miguel was fighting and I was like, I'm in the crowd and they're probably not using any of our audio. It's all ADR. But you know, I
Mhm.
just remember one time I was like, "Let's go solo," and I'm like, "Oh shoot!" I'm like, "I hope they don't use that take like it would even matter." Like, you know. So I went up to John. I'm like, "Hey, John, for the third take." No, I'm just kidding. but but yeah, that was an experience. And like, you know, running up on stage, we did that like 10 times, and I was really focused on the performance and how I wanted to do that. And like,
Nice.
I was like, I hope they use this take, I hope they use this. And you know, I was happy with how it came out. And you know, there's if you pause it, and you could see me. Even if you don't pause it, you can still see me, which is cool.
Yep.
Did
Oh,
you
oh, 100%.
you could be honest, did you see me on your first watch?
I did not. I'll be honest because I wasn't looking at the crowds too closely.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think you're there. I think it's like you can. You're like Drew is there. Like you can see you for sure. And so I think that'll be a cool part of say getting the Blu-ray set is yeah, you can go frame by frame and check out like all these moments and relive them. You know, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's it was perfect, Drew. It was perfect casting. It was
Like,
perfect casting, and I'm glad they did that because you are like probably there are a lot of enthusiastic fans watching right now, but you are absolutely, I think, one of the top, if not the top, enthusiastic fan of Cobra Kai. So it was perfect casting.
thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Sure.
I'm really happy for you too that you got the part two experience and you got to be there. That was sick. And yeah,
It's
look at us
cool.
both. Look at us both getting onto Cobra Kai. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, but do you have a movie or a show that you've actually dreamed of like being a part of?
Well, let's see. I guess Cobra Kai is one. I've in fact took it to the next level and did Cobra Cole.
Yeah.
So that was fun. But yeah, I mean, I I love acting or being on camera when I can, but like for me, it might be more kind of like a behind the scenes thing, like as far as like helping to create certain shows and series. And Star Trek was one I loved. Man, there's I wish I could do one, and people might not know what this is, and you might not know what it is, but Greatest American Hero. This was an
No.
early 80s TV show. I would absolutely love to work on something like that. Like, I think it would be absolutely fun and amazing. Um, what else? I mean, there's so many. Of course, if you're a fan of these things, you would jump at the chance to be part of it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, of course, Cobra Kai, but yeah, I did get to be in that, which is cool. But I have two roles that I would like to do. Like these are
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah, I have them in mind. These are dream roles that I've thought about. Um, one is an Indiana Jones like movie or character. Literally, if it was a young Indiana Jones, if I was Indiana Jones's sidekick, or if it was just a similar type of movie where like you're in the desert exploring and jumping onto tanks and riding horses, like that sort of vibe. I want to do that. Searching for treasure, whatever, Goonies, Indiana Jones style. Um, you know, that would just be sick. Like that would be the
Yeah.
coolest thing. That's the first one. Uh, which is why I've always wanted to do like an Indiana Jones fan film or something, and why I've always just been obsessed with Indy because like the adventure, the action, and then the second one, which I do feel like there's a way to kind of tie both of these things together, but it could also be separate. Would be like just like a comedy, like a buddy comedy adventure movie. Sorry, not adventure, but like not like action adventure like Indiana Jones, but like a buddy comedy, like a road trip or like
Mhm.
or just like more leaning into the comedy side of it and playing so like one leaning more to the action adventure, maybe with sprinkles of comedy like Indy, and like another that
Mhm.
like is more comedy centric, more like physical humor and like cracking good jokes and stuff. Like those are that would be and maybe the two together would be cool. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, very cool.
So, Ken, when you make that movie, just let me know.
Okay, absolutely. I have something in mind, Drew. I have something in mind.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh yeah, Jumanji 3. Wait, 3 or wait, 3, right? Or 4?
So is this they're making the third version with like The Rock and Jack Black? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is it the Yeah, it is. Wait, is it the third one or the fourth? Oh, it's the third. It's the third. Yeah. Wait.
I guess it
Yeah.
depends if you count the original Robin Williams one. I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know.
it's the third in the Dwayne the Rock Johnson trilogy.
Yes.
Um, yeah, that should be good. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the original is so much better, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? It could be a lot of fun. Yes.
For sure. NASA Kane's fan, thank you for the super chat. Either of you got plans to go to big Comic Cons this year? Do you have any plans to go to Comic Con?
I have no plans yet. Although if I can go, I usually try to go. Like I snuck into the San Jose GalaxyCon this year.
Hmm.
I was kind of up there, and that's GalaxyCon. Man, those are great. Those are very well run. And so yeah, if there's an opportunity, I will go, but I don't have any plans yet.
Yeah, I went to GalaxyCon in Ohio. It was very nice.
Oh
It's
yes.
it's hard to like. There's MegaCon,
Yeah.
GalaxyCon, Comic Con. It's like hard to.
Yes.
They're different, but it feels like the same thing. But
Right.
yeah, I don't have any. Ken, you gotta come to New Jersey.
Hell
This
yeah.
for this Cobra Kai Con in
Okay,
April.
so just for me and for everyone, when is this going to be?
April something. I don't know. April 28th, maybe. Cobra Kai Con. Blah blah blah. I'm super slow with this.
Is it creation?
Yes, 25th to the 26th. Okay, that was close.
Okay.
It was really cool. And like, yeah, I think you should come if you can. Maybe after you watch The Boys.
Okay. Absolutely.
After
Yeah,
you watch The
I'm
Boys and make
looking at
that
the
Terry
cast.
Silver video.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That looks fantastic. Looks like they're gonna have a lot of great guests.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to that and, I mean, I'd love to go to other conventions. I was doing a lot of conventions for the Kai Hards documentary, so that was really fun.
Yes.
You know, I love going to conventions, but also it was nice like having like a purpose there and like,
Mhm.
you know, getting to interact with like the fans. Like it kind of gave us an excuse, like, hey, we're doing this thing. Can we video with you guys? You know, it gave us an excuse to like meet people and talk to people.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. I want to go to another con soon. They're fun. They're fun.
They are.
Um, yeah. Bryce Productions says, "Do you guys watch horror movies? If so, which is your favorite?" I'm just reading it in the way he wrote it. That's how I pictured it.
Uh,
Yeah, you have a favorite movie? Horror movie?
let's see. I horror is not my favorite genre, but I will watch horror movies. Maybe my favorite one that I've seen recently was Weapons. I guess you can consider that a horror movie. I thought that was kind of original and fresh. But yeah, I think that was maybe my favorite lately was
Mhm.
Weapons. I like psychological horror more than just like blood and guts, but yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Drew?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not huge into the horror genre, except when it comes to like certain things. Like Stranger Things season 1 was more horror. That was fun. Like I enjoyed those elements. There's Have you ever watched From? The show From?
No. Nope.
Ken, I'm
That was
so
good.
sorry. I'm so sorry. You have to add another one to your list. It's called From. It's remember Michael from Lost? The character Michael?
Yes.
He had the son. He's the main character in the series. It's a horror TV show, but it has like Lost vibes, and it's like about
Mhm.
these people in this town and monsters come out at night and there's mystery. It's so good that like for me, when the story is really good, if there's horror, that's totally okay as long as the
Mhm.
story's good. If there's just like horror for the sake of just a jump scare, it doesn't really mean anything.
Right.
But that's why I would say my favorite horror movie, which probably isn't even like the scariest. I mean, it is pretty scary at times, at least for me. But like, there's definitely more scary movies. But like, it, with
Right.
Pennywise,
Yep, yep.
um, I haven't seen the original. I need to watch. I need to watch that. But the new ones with Bill Skarsgård, um, dude, like I just love the Stranger Things vibes, with the kids on
Yeah,
the bikes, the 80s,
yeah.
and Pennywise is like so freaking cool because he's so
Right.
like just the performance and like he's just so interesting and scary, and I'm terrified of him, which is why I love it so much. So yeah.
Yes. So you'd say that's scarier than, say, The Nun 2?
Ooh.
Remember that? I think we talked about that.
Oh yeah, we did. We did. I was gonna say that's like a really random one to bring up, but yeah, we did.
We talked about that one, yes.
Oh God, I don't remember. Maybe I might have been more scared of the nun too. Wait, I don't. Wait, I don't remember. What did we say? What was that movie? Did we
I
like
it
it?
it was like the it was I'm trying to remember the plot to it. It's like I thought it did what it set out to do, but, like, it's a very certain type of movie and, you know, it's part of the Conjuring universe, and
Yeah,
w remember that? There's the nun, I don't know,
yeah,
obviously, who, encounters, like, this other nun demon thing that's, like, haunting them, and, there's a big finale with a big demon and stuff like that.
yeah,
So, yeah, one of those, but, Final Destination, the new one that just came out last year is actually really good, I thought.
mm, I've not seen that, but
Mhm.
and now I gotta put that on my list too.
Yes.
NASA Canes, thank you for joining. Hope you do well. Take care.
Thank you. Good to see you, John.
Um, Chosen Vader, what's up, man? Speaking of Pennywise, have you seen Welcome to Derry? Have you seen Welcome to Derry? The
I haven't
series?
watched it yet, but I would love to see it because I really enjoyed, the It movies.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I watched the first 5 episodes, and can I
Yes,
well,
tell us.
it's like it's kind of out. Like, this knowledge is out, like, the directors have talked about this. It's not really a spoiler, but anyway, Pennywise doesn't appear, like, in episode 1. Or episode 2 or 3 or 4. Like he appears
Right.
later. It's like an 8-episode show. He's not the main like obviously there's monsters and stuff and it's all like because of Pennywise, but you don't see it's like Pennywise the clown until like the end of one of the later episodes. So
Mhm.
I remember I was watching Weekly and I was like, this is great and all, but where the F is Pennywise? Like I
Right?
just wanted to see Pennywise. And then like there were like certain subplots of like the military that I was like, wait, like, how is this related? And I
Mhm.
think like for me, I don't know. I think I was just anticipating Pennywise so much that like I I was into it, but I wasn't like I stopped watching like right before Pennywise like showed up. Like I kind of just stopped and then and then I saw online like Pennywise comes in this episode. And I'm like, okay, like now I gotta watch it. And then I heard so like once Pennywise is in, he's in. And there's like so
Mhm.
much good stuff with him. And I've heard so much good stuff about the show. So um yeah, I think I don't know, maybe I was just a little like upset that there's no Pennywise, which is so surface level. But just, Pennywise.
How was it? Like, was it well done without Pennywise? Like, is it worth watching?
There's like different like plot lines. So there's like you have the kids who are like
Right.
dealing with the monsters and the murders and all that stuff. That I found really cool. That I found really interesting. Then they like had this like military subplot line. Like I don't know if you know like the whole like backstory of it and Derry and the whatever, but like I don't know. There's like spirits and stuff, and like like you could tell they were setting something up, but it was like we would have the kids and the mystery and it would feel like it, and I was really into that. And then it would get to the military subplot. I'm like, how does this have anything to do with Pennywise and the monsters and like, and then like at certain points it would kind of tie in, but it for me it was just and I don't know, but I don't necessarily think I gave it a full chance by watching the full thing through.
Right.
But I will say on first watch, like those military subplots, because when you watch it, right, it's like the kids with the clown. That's the plot, right?
Right.
So when it was cutting, like, why is the military involved in this? I don't know. I don't know. It felt like a different show. It felt like a different show.
Like Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm wondering because obviously there's the military aspect of Stranger Things, but maybe it's
Yeah.
totally different. I don't know. I haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
Did you like Stranger Things?
I've been a big fan of Stranger Things. I think I've liked all the seasons. I thought season 4 was really good. Season 5, which is the latest season, I thought was maybe a little uneven. Overall it was entertaining, but maybe not to the level of the previous seasons. I thought that the last episode was a fair final episode. And I thought the final episode was the best episode of season 5. And some episodes were entertaining, some episodes were just okay. I don't know. What'd you think?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it all. I see, obviously internet's been so mixed, and I enjoy watching like people's reviews and seeing like what they loved and what they hated about it because
Mhm.
I could see it from both sides. Um,
Right.
Stranger Things has never been like my like number one thing, so I was entertained. It was great. Whatever. Like, yes, could the Mind Flayer have been in the battle more? Yeah, there could have been more Demogorgons. Like I do think like it could have been so much better though. Like I enjoyed it. But like seeing what everybody's saying online, it's like I think for me the biggest thing was the end of season 4. What's the final shot of season 4?
Right. Right. Yeah. It's
The
great,
world
great cliffhanger. Yeah.
amazing cliffhanger. The world's about to
Mhm.
freaking end. And it's like now it's like cuts to black and now we have to wait a few years. And then, start of season 5, they put band-aids on the freaking earth.
Right.
You know? Like
Mhm.
they were setting something up and then they completely it's kind of like what they did with Star Wars in a way with from Return of the Jedi to Force Awakens. And
Yeah.
let me ask you this. Cuz okay, I mean, we got to go back. It all ties back to Cobra Kai. but
Of
but
course.
but like let's compare Star Wars and Cobra Kai for a second where cuz a lot of people will like defend it by saying, there was a 30-year time gap. Like of course things are going to happen in that time. So when people are saying like, my biggest thing was like the First Order was back. We have this new emperor, this new Vader. It's and the good guys are like it's like everything that they did in the 6th movie, none of it mattered. Because they're just retreading the same thing. And people are like, yeah, but things happen in that time. And I get that, but at the same time though, when you're watching the movies chronologically, it doesn't really make any sense to go from 6 to 7.
Right.
But then like you have Cobra Kai where, you know, Johnny gets crane kicked in the face 34 years ago. And even though it's been 34 years, it's not like you have Johnny is this like evil karate master who's like running the earth, and now Daniel is like, living in like Mexico and whatever. It's not like this like
Right.
crazy, it's like based off of what happened, you can the start of Cobra Kai where Daniel's a successful cardio car salesman. He has a family. Johnny's kind of down in the dumps. It's like a natural, okay, this makes sense where this would go. So I'm curious
Right.
for you, like what you think about like how do you handle that like 30 years later and having like stuff happen in that time, but not too like not making it where it's like so much off-screen nonsense, you know?
Right. Yeah. Okay. A great topic. I love this question. I a while ago I made a video called like Star Wars versus Cobra Kai or Cobra Kai versus Star Wars to
Yeah.
kind of talk about how I thought Cobra Kai did an amazing job with the whole concept of a legacy sequel. And where the Star Wars sequel trilogy maybe didn't do that
Mhm.
great a job. And yeah, I think it's really tough because I know if you if you're gonna make a Star Wars Episode 7, like, that is a big deal. Like,
Mhm.
you're under a lot of pressure to do that. But I think that's the big thing about Force Awakens. It looked great, had great performances and everything, but, as far as Star Wars, it did kind of negate everything that happened at the beginning of Return of the Jedi, and, um we never really got to see like what was that? Like what Return of the Jedi was a total victory and like the empire's fallen and there's a new republic and you have amazing leaders like Leia and Han and and Luke. And what would they be able to do with all the rebellion who's won? What would they be able to do with like the new republic? And uh you really don't get that's not explored at all. And you don't get to see the new republic in its heyday. And it's just assumed that there's this first order that's like the empire never went away essentially, it
Mhm.
doesn't it's like yeah, it's like they wanted to go and just remake episode 4 again. And then uh you know I think it missed, and there's been a lot of talk lately, Mark Hamill said this a lot and I totally agree. The characters, if you're gonna continue the original trilogy, the characters are so important, and I feel like they didn't that's what Cobra Kai did, that was so
Mhm.
great, was they honored the characters. Everything made sense for where the characters were 30 years later. With Star Wars, I don't know if I bought it really. I didn't buy that, you know, um, Leia was again kind of like this resistance leader. Like, my goodness, she should be head of the New Republic. I didn't buy that Han Solo would go back and be a smuggler again.
Mhm.
And I didn't buy that Luke Skywalker would just sort of like disappear.
Yeah.
Um, and then
Especially
I
off screen, all that you're given all that
yeah,
information. You don't see
right,
like like it would be one thing if they showed something, it's like, okay, I get why Luke is now, you know, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean
right.
to interrupt you.
That no, that's I think you're totally right. And but I think Cobra Kai, the way they did it, they understood the value of those characters and those characters being together and what made those characters classic and special. And that's, I think, why the show is so great and everyone regards it so well because they did right by the original characters who then introduced us to new characters, which we
Mhm.
loved. And they didn't do that in the Star Wars sequel trilogy. They didn't start with the original characters. They kind of started with the new characters and kind of shoehorned in the original characters, kind of. And anyway, so that's just my brief thought on that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And I think like it is unfortunate when you have those shows and movies that like set something up to like the end of Stranger Things 4. We're not like, the fans aren't just making up, oh, now it's going to be a world like now it's the upside down going into Earth. That's going to be a plot line of next season. Like that's literally what was shown. Um And I don't really like, for me, okay, sure, the kids maybe got a few years older since that. I wouldn't care. I could look past that. You know, they're already in their 20s, whatever. Just give me the story. Just give me the
Mhm.
story. Pick up where you left off. You know, like Last Jedi, I didn't like, but you know, I mean, at least it like, you know, picked up from, imagine like, you know, you never see Luke get the lightsaber. It's like, well,
Right.
actually maybe in one sense it would have been better not to see, because
Right.
that was not a great scene. But yeah, I think it's like when you end something, I think that's like a frustrating thing sometimes, like when a season ends or when a movie ends, and then like the way they pick it up, um either like just like kind of just ignores all that. It's like, here's all this off-screen information. And I'm sure there have been like, you know, I think like a lot of people say with the sequels, well, like you're saying there was no threat to them, to the New Republic in the 30 years. No, there were threats, but like it wasn't a whole freaking First Order, you know. But maybe it's like a small fraction, a group that's been like kind of doing things, and then in these movies we actually see them take over. It's not like this, um like as you said, when you watch Return of the Jedi and going into the into Force Awakens, like Leia's probably leading the New Republic, Luke is probably training a new generation of Jedi. Like these are just the natural
Mhm.
progression for these characters. um and that doesn't necessarily make it like, oh, it's predictable and it's bad. Like, it's like, no, because then you go from there, and
Right.
then you do something crazy with it, you know. But that's
Yeah.
that's what was set up. That's what was
Right.
set up. It's not the fans just making stuff up, you know.
Yes. And, it's interesting, like, with the Star Wars sequel trilogy, George Lucas had a whole story outline, but they rejected that and kind of came up with, like, their own thing, and I think they're gonna like, I read something, I don't know if it's gonna be a comic or what, but I think they're going to they're going to make something based on Lucas's complete story outline for the sequel trilogy, which would have
Really?
been I think so. I think so. Tell me in the chat if I'm wrong, but they may do that, which would be cool. You know.
Wow, that is pretty crazy. Yeah, I think there will be a lot of if it ends up, it's kind of like a lose lose. Like if it ends up being like, if it ends up not doing well, it doesn't do well. But if it ends up doing good, it's gonna be like, Disney, why you do this? You know.
Right. Right.
Um, but yeah. Do any of you guys have any you want to take like a few questions before
Sure.
we coolio?
Sure.
Hey guys, comment your questions on any movies, TV, 2026 stuff. But yeah, while people are commenting their questions, is there anything else in 2026 that you have cooking up or that you're excited for, or I don't know.
Um, let's see. I think my big thing, the thing that I'm obsessed with, is this new movie. So I'm looking forward to announcing information on that. Of course, Drew, some behind the scenes information on that, but we'll definitely, whenever that's announced, we'll talk again, and we'll be able to share all that with everyone. That's probably my big thing right now. But once that's done, I think I'd like to explore, like on the YouTube channel. I'd love to go back and explore some of these other shows that I love that maybe people would love to, or have you ever heard of a show called Kung Fu: The Legend Continues?
You know what? I was recommended that and I started watching. There's like a reboot, right? There's like
Okay,
an
so
old one.
there's the old one that was in the late 60s, early 70s, the Kung
Yeah.
Fu.
Yeah.
Um, and then in the 90s, they with David Carradine, they did a sequel series called Kung Fu: The Legend Continues. And it's so 90s. And it's like, if you're a fan of like the Karate Kid movies, this definitely follows like a lot of the same themes.
Mhm.
And Martin Cove even guest stars in a couple
Oh,
episodes.
shoot.
And yeah, but it's kind of a it, some of the episodes are kind of crazy and cheesy, but like it's kind of awesome, like nostalgia 90s stuff. So I might do something on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started watching. I think it was the newest. Wait, did they do any ones in 2000
From that series?
for Kung Fu reboot or
Don't
anything? With
I
the with the
don't
with the, with
think so.
the girl, or was that the 90s one?
The 90s one is mostly guys.
The lead was a girl, and the one that I saw, like,
Oh,
Kung Fu
interesting.
show, uh yeah, wait, Kung Fu TV series 2021 to 2023. This is what I watched. Nikki Shen, a young Chinese American woman, leaves college and takes a life-changing journey to Shaolin Monastery in China, like,
Oh, interesting.
and uses her martial arts skills to fight crime and corruption. That's that's like, and it's called
That's
Kung
kind of like
Fu.
it's like a reverse of the original show. So like the original show was Kwai Chang Caine came from China. He was outcast because did he kill the emperor? He did something where he was outcast. So he came to America during the Old West. And so the show was basically Kwai Chang Caine would travel to like these different towns and he would help people. And each week you'd have different characters in different towns, but he would come through and help people. And the 90s version, it's kind of like like his son, it's his grandson, who's also played by David Carradine, who goes to who's in America, and he helps his son, who's a cop. So his son's a cop, but he's like this, Shaolin priest who's uses kung fu to help with crime and things. It's so that's kind of, so it sounds like that show is the flip
Mm.
where it's maybe coming from the United States and she's going to China.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I watched, like, a little bit of the first episode, and I just remember the martial arts was sick. And
Mm,
I'm sure in the ones that you watched too, they were really good.
no.
Oh shoot, no? What?
Some of them were.
In a
Some
show
of the
called
people in
Kung
there.
Fu? Man.
Well, that's part of the charm. Well, David Carradine's not necessarily an amazing
Oh.
martial artist, so they use like editing, and it's kind of cheesy. But
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have guest stars on who are really good.
Mm. Okay, well, the one I watched, I now I want to watch it again because I only watched, like, oh God, maybe one or two episodes. I don't know why I stopped. Sometimes I just stop, but I remember I liked it. The first episode, something crazy happened. Like, there was like an invasion, right? Picture like an all out, like, picture like a battlefield, right? Like in a war, like you have guns and soldiers, but picture kung fu. It was like a kung fu battlefield.
Okay.
So it was like,
Wow.
yeah, it was insane. And it was like the way that it was shot and filmed. I was like, I remember that. And even though I watched it a while ago and I haven't thought about that show since, that memory sticks out with me. And I think that as filmmakers is something we strive to do, right?
Right.
Give that image or that scene that, like, no matter, like, how old you are, how long ago you've watched something, it's like, I remember that moment. That was a cool moment. I never saw anything
Yeah.
like that before.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Is there a moment in I know you can't say anything, but is there a moment in your film that you look at that you're like, this is a moment that people will talk about and remember, or something that
Yes.
stands out to you? And yeah, I don't know how
Yeah.
much you could get into that without it.
Y- Yeah. I think there are several moments at least that are like that, and there are personal moments, but there are also very big, visceral, historic moments. So I think hopefully when people see it, they'll go, "Wow, I've never seen anything like that." So
Mm,
this should be kind of like a new experience for hopefully everyone.
yeah, that's awesome. Well, I did see the trailer. Ken showed me the
You did,
trailer, and it
yeah.
was it was sick, and I'm excited for it. And I watched it on my phone, but it's something that needs to be watched on the big screen.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
100.
designed it for the theatrical experience. So
Yeah.
we did um We did all the post-production video, Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos sound design at Universal Studios. So it's very, very much the real deal. So yeah, can't wait. So well, I'm sorry, I'm getting close. I want to talk about it, but we'll talk about it another time.
We'll get it out of him soon. Okay. Wait, I saw Jaws. Wait, oh my, I can't click on it. Oh, okay. Jaws says, "Hi Drew, hi Ken. Cobra Cole 2 with cousin Drew Cole and Terry Silver coming up in 2026." Well, you know what, Ken? I will give you my pitch here.
Okay.
Since you've made Cobra Cole, I've entered the Cobra Kai universe. So I am canon in the universe, right? Now, my character in Cobra Kai, this is my own backstory, but maybe do with this what you will. In the show, I'm following all the karate drama and all the stuff, and I'm like really into it. So, and I have like a podcast where I talk about the martial arts in the valley, and wow, Daniel LaRusso, and like here we have the Sekai Taikai. So it's like the in-universe podcaster. So as an in-universe podcaster who's following the Sekai Taikai down to the T, wow, this is so great. We have Sensei Wolf versus Johnny West. Wait, hold on a second. Where is Terry Silver, the owner of Iron Dragons? He should be here, right? And like, what's going on here? So like, maybe like, Ken needs some help, like doing some like investigative research.
I love that, Drew. I think that's fantastic, and we'll see. I actually I have a whole like story arc for that whole universe.
Oh, I love that.
The only thing is it does, at least right now, need Terry Silver to be alive. But who knows? Anything's possible. But Drew, I love your idea, and I think that would make an incredible addition.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, you could do it. Can you do it before the events of season 6, technically?
Oh, I guess you're right. It doesn't have to be. You're right. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm like, I think that the thing with Cobra Cole, which some of you, check it out if you haven't seen it. It was fun. It had David Shatraw is incredible. Tiffany L's great as well. Dave Strachan, who might still be watching, was DP on that. I did it in the run up to season 4. So it was like a guess based on like where it could go, but it didn't quite end up going, like the storyline for Cobra Kai didn't quite go along with that. But I like that idea because we could harmonize it. It's sort of like that would be a lot of fun. I don't know. Let's call up Sony. We'll pitch this thing and see. It'll be the first Cobra Kai spinoff.
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm excited for the first spinoff. That would be good.
Yeah.
Check out Cobra Cole, everybody, on Ken's channel. It's awesome. Do you have time for a couple more questions, or do you have to get going? Okay. Just want to make sure.
I do.
Oh,
absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. Do you watch Survivor?
I think I saw some of a couple of the early seasons. I'm honestly not huge on reality TV, but how about you, Drew?
I love Survivor. Well, first off, Jay Wiggin. I just saw the picture. Your logo.
That's great. I love it.
Are they together? Like they're combined. It's like they both. Imagine that. Imagine if they like both shared a body. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. That would
like co-joined twins. Yes.
Yeah. That probably wouldn't be like so healthy for them, or maybe it would be. Maybe they'd get along. They'd have to.
Maybe. That's kind of a deep image there. There's a lot of meaning behind that, maybe.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah, I love Survivor. I'm super excited for 50.
Okay, sweet.
I've been following Survivor since season 27, which is crazy because they're on season 50 right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They do about 2 seasons a year. I think season 1 came out like around 2000.
Yes.
So you know, I've gone back and like watched on like Amazon Prime. I've watched the older seasons. So I would say I've watched at least like 35 of the 50 seasons,
That's
maybe.
incredible, Drew.
Or,
Wow.
or maybe 30. I don't know. Maybe 30. I don't know. Something along those, which is still a lot.
It's a lot.
It's
Was there a best one, or are a lot of them just good?
I think for me, my personal favorite. Well, it's funny. The season that I started watching,
Mhm.
when I first started watching, it was like one of the coolest seasons. It was the first time they do like themes each season, and it's regarded as one of the best seasons. And you know, it's like funny. It was season 27. It was right, like, you know, so far into it. But when I first started watching, it just got me. It was Blood versus Water. So it was the first time they ever had family members on the show. So
Oh, wow.
it was really cool. What they did was they had 10 returning competitors. So 10 people who have played previously on Survivor, and
Mhm.
then 10 of their loved ones. So husband or wife, brother, sister, cousin, son and daughter. It was so cool, and it led to so many iconic moments because, you know, you have like they're split up on two different teams, and then, you know, like you come to the challenge the next day, or it's like when your team wins, you're happy, but then it's like your loved one's team is going to vote someone out. And like then at the next challenge, when you see that the loved one was voted out, it's like
Mhm.
who on that team was responsible for voting out my loved one. And there were there was one of the craziest moments of Survivor will go down in history as the most epic moment. This girl literally voted out her mom.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Ken,
Yeah.
would you vote out your mom for $1 million?
Yes.
No
And she'd
hesitation.
understand.
You'd be like, mom, we'll split the money.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yep.
she didn't end up winning, by the way, this girl.
Oh, she did not?
No, she didn't even get to the she was, I think they were like, I think when she voted out her mom, she was like in the top like 7. And then I think
Mhm.
she got like 4th place or no, 5th
Oh,
place. 5th place. Wait. Yeah, 5th place. So she didn't even get to the top like 3. But she was in an alliance that her mom wasn't in the alliance, and it was like, you got to vote out your mom. It was like it was, and it was crazy because everybody knew, like,
mhm.
and you know, her mom was like, it's okay. It's okay. But it's like, but it still goes down as like a big moment. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if I would like, it's like, it's definitely a decision,
Yeah, it is.
you know? Yeah.
That sounds like that was a great idea to set that up,
It was great.
for
It
that
was
season.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this season is like, all returning castaways. So,
Oh, cool.
um, yeah. Personally, it's a little weird because it's like there's 50 seasons, and they're describing this season as the the culmination of all of Survivor, and like how it's players representing like every era in Survivor. But
Mhm.
what they did really weird was like they have one person from season 1, awesome, one person from season 2, like the first 2 seasons of the show, which is amazing. Then they have like then they skip like seasons 10 to like 35 or something. And then they bring back like so many people who were in these they bring back 2 people who were in season 49.
Mhm.
Literally the last season. 3 people from season 48, the season before. And it's only a cast of like, you know, 24. So like
Right.
they brought back so many people from like the later seasons, which so it wasn't even like, you know, you're getting a little bit of every era. Like they skipped eras. And it was just like, yeah, the casting choice. There's like some people that I'm really excited for, and there's some that I was like, oh, that's like really
Mhm.
weird decision. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know what it is, but it'll be okay.
Let me
Also,
know how it is.
I will. I will.
Mhm.
I'll recommend you a good first season of Survivor to watch if you want to
Okay.
get on the show. And Quicksilver, thank you for the super chat again. Appreciate you. Uh, Drew and Ken, will you be watching the new show Starfleet Academy? I don't know that show. Do you?
Yes. Yeah, it just came out. I am like an old school, longtime Star Trek fan, like especially with the original series, Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. Love those shows. It's one of my favorite things of all time. Love the movies. I've seen them so many times. I have not been able to get into this new version of Star Trek. I loved Picard season 3. I thought that was incredible. The best thing Star Trek has done for a long time. But my goodness, these new series they just don't feel like I look at them and they just don't feel like Star Trek to me. It's like they're doing something totally different. So I might watch the first episode, but like if it doesn't hook me, I'm not gonna keep going. I watched most of Discovery. I watched Strange New Worlds a little bit, but yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know, Drew. It's weird. It's like if they brought back Cobra Kai like in 20 years, but it was like all different characters and it was about like not doing karate and it's like, well, what are you doing? That's not why I watch this show. So
Yeah.
anyway. Mhm.
Um, it's like the Star Wars sequel trilogy, having nothing to do with the original trilogy and the prequels. It's like
Kinda, yeah.
I don't know.
It's sort of like that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I probably won't check that out then. Let's take one more. Let's take one more
Sure.
question. But before that, I have to read this comment or uh
Oh man,
yeah.
Shane, thank you so much. That's so nice. I really appreciate it. And I'm so sorry I've been MIA. And hopefully I'll be doing some more stuff here in the future. And thank you so much.
And I agree to this. Ken, you're my favorite Cobra Kai YouTuber. You're my favorite YouTuber. Favorite YouTuber.
Well,
You know,
thank you, Drew. Thank you
of
very
course,
much.
of course, of course.
Really appreciate it. Of course, I I don't think I'd be where I am without your amazing example on how to make an incredible YouTube channel that just represents the entire fandom. So I look up to as well.
Oh, thanks, man.
Mhm,
Appreciate you. And now
mhm.
we're going above and beyond Cobra Kai. We're expanding like Silver was.
That's right.
We're fulfilling his dream. All right, let's take this last question. Rice Productions, what's your thoughts on the upcoming Harry Potter reboot? Um, have you seen Harry Potter? Like all the
Yes.
movies? Oh, so you're a
Yes.
fan. You're a fan.
I would consider myself a casual fan. I'm not like as there that is like hardcore fandom. I'm not at that level, but I enjoy Harry Potter. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. So I'm sure you've heard about this reboot. What are your
Yes.
thoughts?
Well, I think the great thing about this is that it's based on the book series.
Mhm,
So there, and I know that was always a complaint with, say, doing the movies, where each movie mostly was one book, is that you are cutting out so much of the story by kind of fitting it into one movie. So I am really interested in what is this full story they'll be able to tell? They'll be able to include all the characters and subplots from the book series that they just didn't have time to in the movies.
mhm,
So, I think if it were just a movie series and they're expanding this to a TV series, but there were no books, I'd be like, I don't know. Maybe this is kind of milking it. But it might be a really good opportunity to expand the universe, expand the lore, and see the full story. I don't know. What do you think, Drew?
I agree. It's definitely an opportunity to do that. You know, I I've seen like bits and pieces of Harry Potter. Maybe I saw the first movie a while ago. I don't know, but I've always wanted to rewatch it and get back into it. Maybe this show will do it for me. I think
Mhm.
it's gonna be hard for fans to not compare, and I think it's perfectly normal for
Right.
people to watch a show and be like, the movie's better, or this character, or the Harry in the movie was better, or whatever. The
Right.
Harry in the show, it's impossible to not compare. But as you said, I could imagine as like, if I were a fan of the books, having this show where this is your opportunity to dive deep into it. And
Mhm.
hopefully, for the people who, if people don't like this show, hopefully like it doesn't like take away their, if they love the movies and the books, hopefully this show doesn't take away from that. You still have the
Right.
books, you still have the movies. It's also a young cast, so I hope it's good. I feel bad, I don't want like, it's like I saw the casting. They look like they're like 10 years old, You don't want like and you know what it could be, Ken. Like, like when like a show or a movie like does really bad, or it's like, especially when you have like these kids who are playing Harry Potter, Hermione, Ron, they're playing, it's not this random show of new characters. Like there is pressure, and they're just doing a job, and I just hope they're okay. I don't want them to get
Right.
bullied online, like, or
Yeah.
whatever. Cause you see that. You see that it happens, Jake Lloyd,
Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker, and the Phantom Menace.
Oh, that's a really good point. People were kinda really mean to him.
Yeah, and social media has only gotten worse with that. Like,
Yes.
it's just so easy to every like it's so easy to share your thoughts. If you like somebody, it's so easy to share it. If you don't like somebody, it's so easy to share it. And a lot of times, like the way like the algorithm spreads and things spread, like, dude, I'm so glad I'm not like, I'm on YouTube and like kind of like in the public eye, but not like to the point where everything I say and everything I do, I'm like constantly being, and I'm just, yeah, I couldn't,
Yeah. That's a rough life. I can't imagine having that as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have you ever thought about that? Like, thought about what if like your life like was like, what if you were this like person where you couldn't even go outside, unless that is what it is for you. I don't know. Can you go
No.
outside? Okay,
Oh,
okay, okay.
me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's, I think most of the people who recognize me are, from the Cobra Kai community, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't, I think, who was it? Ben Affleck that said lately, recently, he said something like, if you think you want to be famous, but that's because you've never been famous. Like, if you have the choice, definitely take rich. Like, don't do famous, because
Mhm.
that's just like insane. And I would kind of agree with that. Like, I feel like if I were ever in that position, I'd want to really keep it at arm's length and try not to engage in social media much. Try to live a life. I can't imagine the pressures of being like a celebrity where everyone recognizes you on the street.
Yeah. There's so much pressure too. 'Cause everything's always being recorded, and like you have this
Yeah.
like obligation to like, it's just so much pressure on it.
Yep.
So
And you
yeah.
can't have like if you're having a really bad day and you just, and it's like if someone happens to like catch you and you're not being like amazing, because that's that one time person that person's going to have with you. And if you're not like perfect with them, then that's just going to live forever. It's a lot of pressure.
That's an amazing point. I've actually discussed that before. Cause like I know for me,
Mm,
like there are times where like I just don't feel like talking to anybody. It's not because I'm mad at someone or someone did anything. I'm just depressed. And
yep.
like, celebrities are people too. But yeah, when it's that people will, it's first impressions. It's like, oh, this person may be so nice in all their videos, but when you meet them in person, if they're not that nice, it's like maybe they're a bad person, but no, maybe they're just having a bad day. But there's no room for that as a celebrity, because then video gets posted. This celebrity is an asshole in real life. And it's like, it's so tough. It just doesn't seem fun at all. Like for me, what's nice is like, you know, when I go to the Cobra Kai conventions, like that's when like I go there, and like then I'll like be like, okay, like probably like see people who like have seen the channel, and like I'm expecting it.
Right.
But I could like do anything and like live a
Mhm.
normal life, so which is nice. Like, yeah, because it's just, I don't know, it's just a lot. But I agree with the rich over famous. You
Yeah.
know, so yeah. But listen, what we do is kind of nice because we like to make movies. So we're like, we're behind the scenes. So like,
Right.
even though a lot of times, like, people might not see us, but it's like, but then you say what you did, and it's like, oh, I know that,
Right. Right.
So that's like a core life, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah. Well, we could keep going for hours and hours. You know that. We've
We
done it
could.
before. We've done it before.
We
Um,
have.
but any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Well, just that, yeah, I'm looking forward to 2026. And Drew, I hope you have a great 2026, and everyone watching. I hope this is an amazing year for you personally, but also from an entertainment perspective. Maybe we'll have entertainment experiences that will be favorites for the rest of our lives. So I hope that happens for everyone.
Yes, sir. And we should definitely, if there's something that's coming out that we're both into, we'll have to do another discussion. We did a Indiana Jones discussion,
Yes,
Ghostbusters. Those are fun. I want to put those on this channel. So
you
I'm gonna,
should. So
yeah,
we'll do the movie crew.
get in the movie crew back. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So we'll have to do something else. But this was great because we had no plan for this live stream, and look what we did.
that's right.
Should I have
Yes.
revealed that? Should I have revealed we had no? I'm
No,
sure
it
you
was
guys.
great just seeing everyone.
Yeah, thank you everybody so much. We're live from Facebook, from Ken's Facebook, Ken's YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel. So thank you so much. If you are whatever channels you're on, go subscribe to both me and Ken. Give us follows. So if you're on my channel, go subscribe to Ken. If you're on Ken's channel, if that's okay, Ken.
Yes, that's okay. Thank you, Drew. Yes, definitely do that.
Thank you. And yeah, thank you all for joining, and just comment below, like in the comment section, what other videos do you guys want to see? What other movies, TV shows, and for me and Ken, what you guys want us to talk about? Maybe something we talked about a little bit on this stream. We could
Yeah.
talk about more. And Ken, I hope I know you're in the bargaining stage of depression with or sorry, of grief with Terry Silver.
Yes.
But as Jorge says, Terry Silver lives. So,
Yes. Yes, Jorge.
that was funny. Like the timing of that, I did not see that comment while I was mentioning that. He knew. So
Yes. That's
yeah.
right, Jorge. 100%.
But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Ken. As always.
Thank you, Drew. It's great to see you.
Great to see you too. Great to talk to you too. And I'm excited for the next one. We'll see you next time. Until then, keep flipping the script. That's my new
Nice.
a new one. Okay. Bye guys.